Hey everyone, it's Design Gal Christine Maggi. Thanks for checking this out. We are still here in the FAQ series on UI UX design careers. So thank you for joining me and thank you for sending in your questions. Keep them coming. I'm loving all your responses, giving me a lot of ideas, and yeah, keep checking back. Today's question has been debated for years and years and a long time. Should designers code? You can Google this and find a million articles on it. My take on it is it really depends on what kind of designer you want to be. Since we are talking about UI UX design specifically, I'm going to say maybe. It really depends on what kind of designer you want to be, even within UI UX design. So if you are more on the UX side and you want to do more research and interviews and information architecture, all that kind of stuff, you probably don't need to know how to code as much as someone who is more heavily on the UI side or user interface side. And even then, the extent of how much code you need to know can really vary. I will say that if you do know how to code, it can only help you, it will not hurt you. But as a requirement for being a UI UX designer, I don't think I can say that it is. Now, some jobs may require that of you, but those jobs are typically looking for someone who's basically a unicorn and doesn't exist. Someone that's good at everything. So if you are passionate about it, definitely learn the skills and apply it to the job. They will thank you, it'll be helpful, but I don't think it's really a requirement per se of being a UI UX designer. Now, if you work in a product company or making products, you are likely going to be working with one or more developers who typically only code, and that is their specialty. They're great at it, and they should really be doing the heavy lifting for you. I will say, if you design for a digital interface, it is super, super helpful to know how your design will be translated into code. So in that sense, basic coding knowledge, especially for front-end coding, which is HTML and CSS, will absolutely give you an advantage and help you in your job because you'll be able to know how your design is actually going to be implemented and how to talk to developers to make sure that they're building the design right. So short version of this, no, it's not a requirement, but I recommend that you at least learn some basic HTML and CSS, as it will be super helpful when you start building out UIs to know exactly what can and cannot be done in code. Hope that helps. Short and sweet. Thanks so much for checking this out. Keep your questions coming down below. I'll see you next time.